should
watching.
be. We should be live here. I'm gonna check this out, Walter. Not only am I, let me see, where is it? Right there, rocking my Walther shirt,
Ah,
and the show is sponsored by Walther. Check this out. Boom! I'm gonna
shot show hat.
coordinate. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's looking
You're
sexy.
such a mark, man. You're such a
Yeah.
shot show mark. Oh, hang on, I gotta do this here.
Yeah. Mute. Okay.
I did.
Folks, let us
Oh, there
know
we
if
are.
this is all. It looks like it's going through. Right, Walter.
Yep. Boss Hog says live. Chris Bullis says live.
All right, cool. Let me drop the open. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange situation.
You're supposed to say kaboom, Walter. You
Lifestyle
forgot
of
already.
rock and
Make
roll.
sure you subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. Come on, Walter. Let's do jazz hands. It's just me and you tonight, Walter.
Mung infected jazz hands.
Yeah,
Mung
exactly.
infected jazz hands.
We are live. This is episode 493 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. This is the FreeForAll Monday SHOT Show 2020 download episode. We're supposed to have Babyface P. We're supposed to have my friend Matt of 2A Cops. He's supposed to be on. I'm doing my smug face. Look at this, Walter. Here's my smug face. Look. Is that? Well, hold on a second. If I smile, that's my evil. Here's my evil face. But I think this is my smug face. That's my smug face there. You know why I'm doing it, Walter? Because I was trying to schedule our buddy. I don't know if I'm going to call him Young Dylan. Dylan the intern. I don't know what I want. I was trying to schedule him on. Lola told me off for trying to schedule stuff, which is, I guess, out of my. I'm not allowed to schedule. I got told off because I figured Babyface he's traveling. He's on the road. So I figured, and he's out at a business thing. I figured something will come up. Babyface, obviously, something came up. And then Matt, you were saying that you've got the SHOT Show Mung or whatever. Matt is not doing so well. I think it's just hitting him now. It's either that or the coronavirus. Who knows? Maybe both. Maybe a combination. Maybe the streams got crossed at SHOT Show, like you always say. And it's the corona plus the Mung-rona.
Mung, yeah.
Yeah. The Karunga virus or something like that is hitting everyone. Thankfully, thank the gods of thunder and lightning. I haven't been afflicted by it yet. Or Lola neither, so we'll see.
Yeah, no. Oh, first thing, your video and your audio to me are a little behind.
Oh, they are? Oh,
They're
hold
not-
on a second.
they're not
Let
together.
me see if I can help with that. How is it now? Is that any better? Let's see. Is that helping anything? I'm closing down some windows. It could just be your internet too, by the way.
It's better now.
It's better? Oh, okay. Maybe I had some extra.
By the way,
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off and go on the network.
Oh boy.
Boom!
You will
There we
now
go.
crash everything.
No,
So
no.
So let's get to business here.
Well,
okay. What's up?
Go ahead. No, I'm just going to say
mhm.
I've caught in a cold before from the SHOT Show,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never got this shit like this that got me where I've like have the chills and then I'm hot and then it chills again and
Yeah, but Will was sick, so you might have gotten something from
he
him.
had the same thing basically.
Yeah, I was trying, like the last time I saw you guys, I was trying not to hug Will or anything like that. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if he noticed, but I was like, "Hey, you're infected, buddy."
Yeah. I've told everybody stay away. You don't want this shit. You don't want it. No.
Yeah, so
But
please
the hot
go
and
ahead.
cold stuff's all over with. I'm on the mend, so.
Okay, good to hear. We're going to talk about SHOT Show 2020. Walter was there. I was there. We're going to talk about it. Shout out to Babyface P, who was not there. He's supposed to be on here talking with us, but he's got work stuff. Shout out to Matt from 2A Cops, who was there, but he's not feeling so well. Hopefully he gets better. The show's brought to you guys by Walther, as I mentioned before, Walther Firearms. They had some cool stuff coming out at SHOT Show. They've got the 380 CCP, I think, and I have to look up that name exactly. See, the letters, never good with that, but they do have a 380 version of that out. They also came out with some custom guns, the Q5, like what's behind me. They have a custom shop now. Walther, can you believe that? A custom shop. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys. I went over there to their like announcement of this. They've got some badass guns coming out of their custom shop. I'll show you guys that. Of course, like I have the PPQ Navy and the 22 PPQ as well. So they do sponsor the podcast here. We appreciate them being able to help us pay the bills, keep the lights on, all that kind of good stuff. Of course, Walther, you do that also. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. We have to talk 22s at some point in the show here.
Yes, I know. We're gonna do that.
And we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna bring up Walther, because my Walther has never failed me.
Okay. Yeah, Walther.
Like some of this
which
new
Walther?
gun
Which Walther 22 do you have?
I can't.
You can't show it. Oh, yes, that's right.
Here.
No one could see it.
It's in a case.
Yeah. Well, tell us what it is, and we'll look it up, and we'll roll some pictures in. It's the P22.
Yes,
That's an old school one, I think. Is that old or is that new? I don't know.
Well, it's old in terms of recent stuff, but
yeah.
Once again, I've shot it mostly suppressed too, so it's got a lot of crud in it. And, anyways, we'll talk about.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll talk about it. Everyone out there, please smash the thumbs ups. All right, guys, we appreciate that. Everyone tuning in here. We've been gone for, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I have no idea at this point. So we'll get into that. Also, we'll take you guys' questions and all that kind of stuff. Let me see who I want to. I see Clover Tack out there who was at the show. Shout out to Clover. Chris Williams is out there. Let's see who else we got. Calico Jack. Also out there, Randy Peacock, Shooting Gallery NE is out there. He says, "What's crack-a-lackin'? Hope you had safe travels home." Yeah, it was good for us.
You know what? The trip was no problem with the trip back, but I felt like shizzits when I was flying, and there's nothing worse to me than feeling bad on an airplane.
Oh man, yeah, everything gets amplified on the airplanes
because you just want to get off, and you don't want to get off at 39,000 feet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you fly first class, Walter?
Well, when we went to, no.
No. Why you gotta say it like that?
Well, when we went to England the last couple of times, we flown business class, which is not first class.
Right.
Or Norwegian Air, all there is business class and then cattle car in the back.
Right.
So, but British Airways, no, we've not flown where you can sleep and all that stuff laying down. Too much money. They went like $10,000.
Yeah. On the way back, so at the airport in Vegas, first of all, Lola got some I'm not going to call it cheap, some affordable seats, affordable flights. We had to switch out and everything. So our flight back was from Vegas to Charlotte and then from Charlotte to Gainesville. They didn't even have us on the same sitting next to each other. No, sitting next to each other. So Lola talks to them and they're like, "Yeah, that's going to be $40 each to change your seating assignment." And she was so mad, and then so she left. She walked away, and then she came back, and then I guess eventually she got a guy that only charged her $10 each to change the thing. But it was this massive plane.
Oh, so was it? Can you say the airline was like Frontier or something like that?
No, it was American Airlines, but it was a big plane. I think it's been a long time since I've been on a plane that big, if ever, because I'm walking through the plane and I'm like, I'm in a different zip code.
So a big old wide body like an Airbus or.
Yeah, it was 7 seats across. I counted.
Okay.
7. I think it was like 2 on one side, and then 3 in the middle, and then 2 on the other side.
Yeah,
but in the front. It was absolutely. At the beginning, they were asking people to volunteer to not be on the flight. Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end, they were like, "Yeah, we don't need you, so get on the plane."
Well, yeah.
So, but it was funny, man. Just walking through that long, I was like, okay, and I'm still walking, and still walking,
still going.
Yeah, and that was the long haul. But I was so tired. Because I think it was like midnight. I don't know if that's red eye.
That's right. Yeah, you said midnight. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, midnight Saturday. We got on that thing, and I fell asleep, and I drifted in and out of consciousness a couple of times. The next thing I know, we were landing.
Oh wow! Okay.
I didn't even get a drink. I woke up at one point, and there was like a little packet of cookies sitting on my table. And I was like, put the cookies in my mouth, went back to sleep. So,
Yeah.
you know.
When you feel bad, like I felt bad when I sleep, I dream weird shit. It's just like it's almost like hallucinating. You're like going, oh man, what was I thinking? It's like crazy stuff.
Were you dreaming about me?
No, actually, no. And you're still alive, so I wasn't dreaming about you.
So then it can't be that weird. It can't be that weird. Shout out to Flying Rich out there, Pistol Packing Mama. Let's see who else we got. Shooting Gallery NE, which I think I said.
I saw a conversation between Lola and Big Dick Willie.
Oh. Hey, keep it to yourself, BDW. Let's see. SoCal Gunner. Vanessa Kitty is out there. Double B, Jade Grew, James Miller. Let's see who else we got. Boss Hog is out there. John Parsons, Len Holt, CB, Judd Miller, Kevin Sneed.
Now,
also, Joe 259 DTA. What's up?
Go ahead, finish up doing the call outs. I just had a question for Lola about the airline, the ticket, and the seating. Don't you get to pick your seats on American?
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I don't know what
sounds
happened.
like they were screwing you guys around. So
yeah, they didn't even give us assigned seats for the one that goes from Charlotte to.
Was that also American?
Yes.
One of their commuter ones? Okay.
Yeah, one of the little commuter planes. It was a total.
So
you could put like 4 of those little commuter planes in the first plane.
Is that a prop plane or is that a jet?
It's a jet. It's a jet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a jet. I've been on prop planes before, but that's a jet.
I've been too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the last time I was on one of those. No, I've done it here, but outside of America was in Honduras. The last time I did one of those.
I flew one time in Belize. Actually, in a commuter, and it was funny too because back then they didn't close the doors. Back then it was like early '90s. They didn't close the doors in the cockpit, so and this airport had kind of a short. It wasn't a real big airport, so he's coming down, man. He just noses the plane down toward the runway.
You can see
you can see it going. It's like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And boom, pulls up, lands right in there.
Yeah. What I remember about that plane, when I did that in Honduras, first of all, they had several planes, but most of them were broken. So there was only one plane flying. I think I was in a place called La Ceiba in Honduras, and we were going to Tegucigalpa, which is supposed to be like in the mountains or something like that. Unless I'm mistaken, it was back in like 90. I want to say that was like 96 or something. So anyway, this one plane was going back and forward, and I think I was like, we were on the last flight that it was going to do, and I'm sitting on crates in the plane, and there's animals and all that kind of stuff in there. I felt like I was in an Indiana Jones movie.
What? You were sitting with the chickens?
Yeah, there was some goats. I was like, this is how I die. Right here, on this plane in the mountains in Honduras, never to be heard from again. So, let's see. Shout out to Clover said he got sick. Let's see. The Archangel's out there as well. American Freedom Outdoors, Armament and Axes. Richard Maunders out there. Ashley of Gunstreamer. Shout out to Ashley.
Yep, we saw Ashley.
Yep, we were going somewhere in Vegas and we ran into them.
We saw her at the Barnauls event too.
Oh yeah,
remember?
Yeah. Out on the they were walking to the Barnauls event with us.
Yep.
Yeah, Gunstreamer was very briefly out there. By the way, there's some SHOT Show footage that SHOT Show, no matter what we do, would not allow, and you guys are gonna have to find that on Gunstreamer only coming up soon because we keep trying to. For example, the video that we did on the Hank adapter.
Yeah.
Is that's what I'm calling it, Walter. Don't give me nasty looks.
AK, otherwise known as the Glock magazine conversion for the Street Bog.
Yeah. That's what Hank adapter stands for.
Okay.
The handy, always something and something K adapter. It's in different. The N and the K is in different languages that I don't know yet. I'm working on it.
Honduran.
I'm working on what it means. But yeah, so you guys are gonna have to find that on Gunstreamer, to be honest with you, because no matter what we do, we even like uploaded it again and all kinds of stuff, and we can't get that. No matter what we do. Yeah, we can't get it. But it's out there. People are liking it. Let's see. Let me see. Can I... Johnny Kamikaze is out there as well. Let's see. I'm Not Will Rogers. Special K is out there. Joseph Anthony. Big Dick Willie also out there waving. Reminding you guys, please smash the thumbs ups. We've got like a bunch of people out there. And I don't see the equal amount of things. Flying Rich wants to know if I was flying first class. No. I've never flown first class ever in my life.
I've never flown. No, I never have either. Yeah. I mean, I can get away with business class, especially going like to Europe where you sit on the plane for 8 hours. Mm-hmm. I can justify it there, but because I flown in coach too, and it was miserable. Mm-hmm. I was miserable. I had to be sitting behind a guy that was like 7 foot tall, so, and his knees were in my back the whole time. But in the U.S. and in the States, no, I've never flown first class. Yeah. So.
CB says he's seen 10 across. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I flew on a DC-10 one time. We went to the Bahamas. And I swore that thing was ginormous inside too. I mean, it wasn't full either. It was just flying from. We went from, was it Tampa to Miami or Miami to or Nassau? And it was basically like almost empty, you know. So
yeah, shout out to JP from Blue Rifle Society, by the way. You know what? I'm gonna see if I could get JP from Blue Rifle Society on a show. Which I think at this point, we've got like, what is this, 90 episode 493, did I say? After this one, we got seven episodes from now, it's 500. Yeah, 500. I'm going to talk about that. Let's see, let me go down. Oh, wait, I see the guys from Franklin Armory out there. They say, had a good time with us, guys. Pretty cool. Remind me to come back to the 500th episode. I've got some interesting things I want to say. So, we're going to talk mostly about SHOT Show here. Walter, at SHOT Show.
I'm listening.
Usually across from you, maybe down a little bit, is the folks from Troy, right?
Yeah, Troy used to be set up caddy corner from us.
Yeah.
And this year at SHOT Show?
No Troy.
Zero Troy.
Yeah, Troy was...
Not downsized, not anywhere else. No SHOT Show appearance.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, my dudes from Franklin Armory, they got that spot pretty much right on the corner, or what do they call it in the retail world, Lola? The end cap?
The end cap there.
Yeah. They pretty much got the end cap. So between Walter and Franklin, I felt like I owned that section of SHOT Show.
And actually you pay more for that space at SHOT too.
Yeah. So they had a pretty nice booth set up over there. Shout out to those guys. They also had the very cool Ruger 1022 binary trigger, which is, the video's out there. You all should go check that video out that I did shooting that at SHOT Show. I think I had like one failure, and which was 22. The gun, I think they just have that one gun. And it was pretty dirty, but there was one failure. I think from one of the little 10 round, they had some 10 rounders out there. But other than that, it ran great. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Ruger 1022 binary trigger is friggin' awesome. Yeah.
Do you see what the range says?
What does the range say? He says, the range says, is a Safety Harbor Firearms giving away a full SHTF 50 cal to celebrate 500 podcast? If not, they should, or the owner is greedy and selfish. Laugh out loud. Hi, Walter. Yeah.
Like the Grinch.
Yeah.
He's a mean one.
We are gonna, okay, so listen, we are gonna give away, we're gonna give away some stuff. I could tell you guys, we have some stuff. Lola, can you look in that box, the box that came today, and there's a piece of paper in there. I forgot to bring that paper out here. So we'll give away some stuff on the 500th episode. I'll try to get some special guests and stuff like that. But you know, I can't promise you an SHTF 50. If I could get my hands on one, it's going to be mine. My apologies to you, to anyone in advance for that. But I'm basically keeping it. That's how it goes. I know that's horrible of me. Ashley says those poor guns at range day definitely got their use in. Hopefully, they all get really good baths. You know what was funny at range day? I put out a video shooting the LWRC SMG 45, and I heard it caused a kerfuffle because there was a failure of one of the magazines I was shooting there, and some people shared that video on some Facebook groups.
But it was only like one round or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just a magazine, but there's a whole thing with that SMG 45, right? I don't think HK wants to let them use the HK mag, so they're getting the mags from someone, and maybe those mags ain't so awesome. So maybe this is why everyone goes with the Glock mags. I don't know. This might be a reason why everyone asks if it uses a Glock mag.
Well, those HK mags are not cheap either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I think Bill Hicks. I'm trying to remember what Bill Hicks' screen name is, but Bill Hicks. And here I'm gonna go full screen with this. I think we're allowed to do this, right? Here, let me go full screen over here. Bill Hicks is giving away, courtesy of Bill Hicks, we will give away 500 rounds of Blazer ammunition to someone on the 500th episode. I'm just saying.
Bill Hicks, the distributor. Bill Hicks.
I don't. You know what?
That's a wholesale.
Yeah, maybe
Bill Hicks.
Okay, I gotta find out. No, I don't think so.
Unless, okay, well,
maybe that's no, maybe yeah, maybe. See, this whole thing is confusing because it came from Big Daddy Guns, shipped to Big.
Okay.
So I think
it's whoever bought distributor.
I think whoever bought this bought it through Big Daddy Unlimited,
yeah.
And then they had it shipped to me here, but on my address they put Big Daddy Unlimited. Yeah,
Bill Hicks is Big Daddy's source. For that.
Oh, okay. So let me see. I got to find out exactly who this came from then. If you know who you are out there, and I'm messing everything up of who it is, let me know, because I remember someone saying to me, "Hey, send me the address and I'll donate 500 rounds." So I'm probably getting all of that mixed up. Because I don't know, I don't see here on the paper any other names to tell me who it came from. So, yeah, so that probably went through. Yeah, that probably went through Bill Hicks. Who knows? Okay, whoever did it, let me know. I will give you your proper shout out for that. So, I got to look through. I have to look through my phone thing there and see who it was that sent it. If you're out there, if you're listening, and you're the one who sent it, then let us know. But we'll give that away. We'll give away 500 rounds. That's one of the things. We'll make Walter give away something.
Make me.
How about that?
Hold me down. Give it away, baby.
Yeah. And let's see. So, do you want to go to the people, or do you want to start talking about SHOT Show?
DCG44S says Bill Hick and Company sucks. I've bought stuff from him. I haven't had any bad experience, so I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
So. But Walter, did you have any gun bunnies like Terran Tactical at your booth? No. My gun bunnies are my wife
I was at the
and
booth.
my daughter.
Yeah. I was at the booth. Do I qualify as a gun bunny? No.
You're a gun buddy.
I think I'm pretty sexy. No.
You're too sexy for yourself.
No.
You're too
Okay.
Sexy.
Don't get any credit. I don't get any credit for that.
No,
you don't. You don't do that.
My whole theory on that is if you don't have anything cool to look at, you have a gun bunny.
Okay.
If you need for the people to stop and look at your stuff because you have a girl there who doesn't know anything about your stuff, then you need to get some cooler stuff.
Yeah.
So
listen, here's my thing. This all depends on what the definition is. Because I know some people who folks out there would consider gun bunnies, and they're pretty badass gun chicks, or gun ladies or women, however you want to put it. And then at the same time, I know some dudes that are gun bunnies. that we could put in that category. I think that's anyone that you use for what you're saying, Walter. If you don't have cool enough stuff, and you just want to get, some people who bring everyone in there because, they're sexy or they're famous or whatever it is, then right? Then that's in that category.
Some places, they give away beer at the end of the day. They have a keg of beer and they hand out beer.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Chuck Norris being in the Glock booth, right?
People were sitting.
Chuck Norris is cool, but since when was
Chuck Norris is all right. He's cool, but he ain't the gunny. Sorry. He's not the gunny.
I mean, I know he's shot some guns in movies. I give Chuck Norris the credit for that. He's a badass. I'll give him the credit for that. Although I think I could take him nowadays.
He's also like
he'll still kick my ass.
Yeah, he probably put a hurt on you still. Yeah.
We already went through this debate. It's just like I was showing Lola remember what was it? What was the movie where Chuck Norris was fighting Bruce Lee? Was that Enter the Dragon, or no? Was that Enter the Dragon?
Is that the only time that Chuck Norris got a beat down?
I'm trying to remember what movie that. Anyway, so I was showing Lola that makes no sense. Chuck Norris would totally win that fight at that time, right? But I'm just saying. Why are you going to the booth to see?
I went by the Glock where he was going to be at, where Chuck Norris is going to be at, and there were people camped out there, first thing in the morning, waiting in line, just sitting there waiting. And we went back later on again, still camped out.
Oh yeah,
the line was longer,
Do you think he gets a bigger line than Gunny? You think there's more people waiting?
Probably comparable because he is Chuck Norris, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Brian Quick says Return of the Dragon. Return of the Dragon.
Okay, Return of the Dragon. Okay.
Yeah. It's just like I was showing her the movie which I think was Enter the Dragon, where Bruce Lee. Remember when Bruce Lee was fighting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Did you see that one?
No, I don't remember that.
It's so funny. You have to, if you gotta look at that. Look that up on YouTube. Can you imagine little tiny Bruce Lee fighting a Kareem
giant?
Yeah, his arm span is tall.
All he's gotta do is reach out and grab him by the neck.
It was so ridiculous. I was looking at that. I was like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar actually he actually did karate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And today he would still be kicking people's asses. So, by the way, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. What the hell? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't know the details. I guess it was really foggy out.
Yeah.
Remember, there were 7 other people on the plane too.
There were, and one of them was his daughter, actually.
Well, no, there was him. Mm-hmm. It was 9 total that bit the dust. So.
Yeah. But one of the people that died along with him was his
daughter. Yeah,
his young daughter. Yeah, and other people. That really sucks. You know, that's pretty.
I mean, foggy out. That would be really scary. I don't even want to.
Well, so I saw in the news that they weren't supposed to be flying. I think the LAPD and other places had their helicopters grounded. So I don't know if he had like a more advanced helicopter that I guess is clear to fly in heavy fog and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a tough thing. He's like 41 years old. I'm not deep into sports, but I do know about Kobe Bryant. I've look, he's kind of like from my generation and my friends. Just like when I hang out with you, you're looking at sports sometimes. I've hung out and watched him play and all that kind of stuff, and he had a really interesting life story and was a real deep person and all that kind of stuff. And I know I saw some people saying online like, hey, why is everyone carrying on about Kobe Bryant when there's soldiers and other folks that die all the time. And, I think that it's terrible when anyone dies because those people have parents and brothers and sisters and people who love them and all that kind of stuff. But this is someone that we pretty much all universally know in America. Yeah. So it really sucks that that things went down that way for him. So.
Yep.
Let's go ahead.
What was I going to say? Oh, I did get to meet and shake hands with Doug Marcotta.
Yes.
We went over. He started his little session right at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We were at the booth at 10 o'clock. I was the third person to do it. Boom. Now it didn't have a line like Chuck Norris, but odds for me, I'm taking Marcotta against Norris. Sorry,
Marcotta.
because
In today's world, like if Duck Marcotta went up against Chuck Norris today. Yeah, where Chuck Norris is 120 years old.
now you come to his defense. I'm just saying, Marcotta works with the knives, so he's
right.
That month.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is going to bring 2 Uzis to the fight. So I think he's going to win. The range wants to know who's Doug is that, are you saying pronouncing?
Fire.
Yeah.
Doug Marcotta, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Not Marcotta like ricotta cheese, but it might be spelled different.
Yeah, I think he's that knife show is on the Discovery Channel. Maybe Mercator.
He's on Forged in Fire.
Yeah. Let me see if I could find your your post that you did on Instagram. Then I'll throw that up for people who.
And because I get that, I got a patch from 511 that has.
I know.
It will kill, and that was the only way to get that. Thanks.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna throw. How do I do this? Okay, here we go. Boom. Here's the picture. Doug Marcaida.
Excuse
so
me.
there you
Forgive
go.
me, Father.
There it goes, Walter with Doug Marcaida. Very cool guy. I've met him before, Walter. Do you remember when I was telling you that I got this really cool knife from Doug Marcaida?
Yeah, I know. You told me that story. And what'd you do?
I lost it. Being an idiot and actually traveling and stuff like that with a knife. I lost the knife, so yeah.
Yeah, no, he's decent. I mean, it was just quickly, hey, how you doing? I told him I watched the show, and he does a morning, little talk thing every day.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched it lately, but I was watching it kind of religiously for a while. But
yeah. Johnny Kamikaze says Doug Marcaida would smash Chuck. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the age difference, yeah. I mean, I guess he does all that grabbing and twisting and, throwing people down and all that stuff, too. So
yeah, and Joseph Anthony said...
Filipino stuff.
Right. Joseph Anthony says, I thought it was 2 Mac 10s. So there you go. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't Uzis. Maybe it was Mac 10s. I don't know. Walter, you're supposed to be the knower of all these things.
I'm trying to see that picture. It might be 2 Uzis, I think. Huh?
Yeah. So,
So, yeah, no, that was, let me see, my celebrity. Usually a shot, you'll be walking around and you'll see, like they'll walk past a booth or something like that. I didn't see any celebs walk past the booth. Oh, excuse me, besides Hank Strange.
Past your booth.
Yeah, past my booth.
That's weird. You know why you didn't see any celebrities walk past your booth, Walter?
Why is that?
You know why? Because you weren't in your booth.
That's a lie.
You were not in your booth.
That is a flat out lie.
The only time you're in the booth is when I had to supervise you to take your booth down. That's it.
I am being slandered and everything else. Libeled, slandered.
Well, I actually brought a celebrity to your booth and you weren't there. I physically dragged him all over SHOT Show from the. No, not YouTube celebrity. I found a celebrity and I dragged him from across SHOT Show in the Franklin Armory booth to your booth.
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
You don't know?
You can't even remember.
I do know. Glenn Fleming.
Oh, Glenn Fleming. Yeah.
Yes, Flemgunner.
Flemgunner. Yeah.
Yes.
I know Glenn.
Yeah.
I saw him at the Barnauls. I mean, but I didn't know that. I didn't have an appointment or anything.
Yeah. No, I brought him to your booth. To meet you and see your special laser that you had over there in your booth, and you weren't there. And then Peggy couldn't find you. And he was hanging out. We were waiting for you for like an hour, and then finally he got hungry, and I couldn't keep him there.
I got text about it, and I didn't realize I was text, and that's.
So, but you've met Glenn before. He's been on the podcast and all that. Very cool guy. By the way, I think it was his birthday yesterday.
Oh. Okay.
So happy birthday! Shout out to him. So let's see. there's a whole bunch of things here. You guys out there first, let us know. I'm looking at the chat right now. Let us know. By the way, smash the thumbs ups. We got like 100 people in here. We don't have 100 thumbs ups, so smash the thumbs ups right now. We're gonna talk about SHOT Show. I'm gonna ask Walter. Walter, other than the Hank adapter that you made, which converts the Strybog to use Glock magazines, what did you think? What did you think was cool?
All right, I have a Chuck Norris update.
Uh-oh.
Those are micro Uzis.
Micro Uzis.
The micro Uzis.
Okay, so I was
you
right.
have the full size Uzi, then you have like there's a smaller one than that. Then there's the micro Uzi, which is
very
really
cool.
small.
Yeah. Franklin Armory says Glenn was a cool dude. Just saying, Walter. Yeah, you missed out, man.
I've met Glenn before. I see him at Knob Creek. I saw him at the Barnauls thing. We passed the, hey, how you doing? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yes, he is cool, and he has a cool job too, by the way.
Awesome people. He works at Drive Tanks.
Well, yeah, and lots of wild animals there and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So by the way, I asked him. Let me just say this real quick. You remember we were talking about the AA-12s a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
He had 6 of those bad boys. 6.
6 of the questionable ones?
Everything. Every AA-12 out there had to go back, including the ones he had.
Oh, he had 6 of them.
He had 6. They had to go back.
He doesn't have 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they're ever coming back, but they are now in the possession of the ATFs. So.
Yes. Yeah. That sucks, but.
Yeah, Yannick Stoner says, give Hank your thumbs, I only want your toes. Okay. And Ghost Tactical says, sup homies. Shout out to Ghost Tactical. I think I ran into him. I'm pretty sure I ran into him out there. I think at least once. There's a bunch of people I didn't see. Okay, so other than the Hank adapter for the Strybog, what was the cool stuff you were saying?
At the show?
Yeah, SHOT Show. What did you think was cool?
Well,
what
I got to touch
awesome?
the Ruger 5.7.
Well, okay, Ruger 5.7. What'd you think?
Ruger 5.7, got to touch that.
Mm-hmm.
Robinson Armory's coming back out with the M69. Oh wait, basically the Stoner copy, semi-auto Stoner.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing that back.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Be about $2,500. Went over to Palmetto State Armory. They got a bunch of cool stuff. They got their new pistol. It's kind of a striker-fired arrangement.
Who has that?
Palmetto State Armory.
Oh yeah, are you talking about the PS9 dagger?
The dagger, yeah, I guess that is, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like a Glock clone.
Yeah, just stylized with a little more style, not so damn plain.
Okay, all right. And here's the big thing, the big kicker of that, Walter.
That's that.
So there's 2 versions they're coming out with right now. I have a feeling they're going to have a whole bunch of different versions. You'll be able to buy slides and frames and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the full gun, regular version, $299.
$299.
Yeah.
That's suggested retail.
Yeah. Tactical version with a threaded suppressor plus an optic on it, $350. Yeah, threaded barrel. Yeah, threaded barrel plus optic on it, $350.
Yeah. And you can't even get a working Glock 22 for that.
Okay,
we haven't got to that yet.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to that.
Do you want to talk about the Glock 22? I actually shot it and I put up a video. I shot it with a famous competitive young lady that's a competitive shooter that I think her name was, who did I shoot that with? Lola, Ashley. I think her name was Ashley something. But she's a competitive shooter, very nice. I have a video up there of me shooting it. I thought it shot fine. Obviously, at SHOT Show, they don't let you shoot all day, but
some other folks that have had problems with it. And
right. Yeah.
Not like little problems, but problems.
Right. So you hate. So first of all, tell the people how you feel about the gun, because you hate it.
All right, here we go. $350 for this Glock 22, and the upper is plastic.
Okay.
Now, the upper.
Why is that a problem?
Well, because if I pull that Walther out, it's not plastic. I mean, it's not steel, but it's not plastic.
Yeah. Do you
would
call little Walther Walther?
little
Is that,
Walther,
you said
Walther.
if I pull that Walther out.
If I pull out a little, okay. Yeah, my micro Walther. Yeah. If if yeah. So other people have had problems firing out a battery. Some people have blown out extractors, I guess.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You shouldn't be having that problem with that perfection stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You're talking about Mac. I think Mac put out a video of it firing out a battery because Mac is doing testing right now. I don't think he's put out. I don't think he's put out the review video yet. He's probably working on that and probably trying to put a certain amount of rounds through it. So other than Mac, who else did you see?
Oh,
Someone
as far
else?
as guns.
Yeah, you said someone else had a crack or something like that. I know he
Well,
said he knows someone who has that their gun was cracked or something, right?
I didn't. My Chris that works for me was telling me that he's seen people having other people having problems aside from Mac.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Kevin Sneed says Ashley Rourke. And maybe the spelling is wrong, but Ashley Rourke. That's who.
Rourke?
That's who was in the
Rourke?
video with me shooting. Yeah,
Rourke?
she's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have that happening. Sorry.
Yeah. And Flying Rich says, "What? Mac broke a gun? If you don't know, Military Arms Channel, if he picks up a gun, it breaks.
It breaks. Yeah.
Yeah. He is possessed. I actually I think I saw his thing on Twitter and I was like, you need an exorcism, and I know a good voodoo witch doctor.
You need to go see Big Buana. That's what you need to go see.
Yeah. And Brian Quick says something that I think I would say to you, Walter. 2 incidents posted on the interwebs doesn't mean disaster. So
there should be none.
And
Sorry.
Richard Monder says Plinkster's video on the Glock 44 had problems too.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Just because I don't have a documented of every single one doesn't mean that they're not happening. So
yeah. Listen, here's the thing. You release something in America. First of all, they didn't release it in America. They released it other places, but it's released now. It's out there in America. Yeah, we're going to see. I think that we need to get more evidence coming in, but that's not a good thing. If it's already having problems because they spent all this time developing it. So I would say if there's some kind of issue out there, definitely no good. And this is why folks go out there, get these guns and test them. Hopefully they show everyone what actually happens, which I think you will see happening. And we'll see. I'll try to get my hands on one. We'll see what happens with it.
Yeah, you could save yourself some money and buy a Taurus.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Walther has the PPQ 22. Yeah, Keltec. Keltec, the P17, I shot that and it was fine, but I've heard those have had problems.
The first ones came out had some issues.
Yeah. Smith & Wesson has a pretty nice, the M&P 22, I think is pretty nice. I've had one for years. You've shot it, Walter. We've shot that many times.
Yep.
So there's options. There's options.
I have a Grand Power that works really well.
Yeah.
I mean, 22 is finicky. It's ammo sometimes doesn't work very well, but firing out a battery is usually not an ammo issue. So
yeah, Skivvy Waiver says 22 Plinkster showed the Glock would only run the high end ammo. Oh, that's no good.
And that sucks.
That's not good.
Yeah, because that's I mean, nothing wrong with high end ammo, but if you're just plinking and having fun, or you're letting your kids shoot it, you're not going to give them a high end ammo to shoot at cans. It's just not.
Yeah. Len Holt is saying Mac showed a picture of a G44 failure, secondhand, not by Mac. So.
Okay. Someone was asking me, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Seabird Tufo? How do you say that?
Seabird Tulfo?
Why did you stop? Why did you discontinue the Keg 12? Shockwave, TAC 12, or whatever that is, the Remington, plus all the Turkish guns. People will settle for that versus the NFA stuff because they don't have to wait.
Yeah.
And we just had stuff sitting on the shelves and it wasn't moving. And I still have some in stock.
Yeah. What do you have any 410s left in stock?
I'd have to check. I know on the 12 gauges, all we have is 10-inch ones. We don't have any 7s.
Okay. I called dibs on one of the 410s.
Well, I'll have to see what's there.
which you have to bring out for me to shoot, and then I will claim it's used, at which point I want a super heavy discount on it.
You're a whore.
Yeah, whore, a
A
whore. Uh, okay, listen, I'm trying to go through. Okay,
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, well, I expect anything from you, Walter. I expect anything.
So that was the main reason. The stuff was just sitting
Yeah.
on the shelves. And if I'm gonna, I still have some of the donor shotguns that I never converted.
Yeah.
870s by most of them actually.
You know, we should do some special versions for whatever you have left over. We should do some
Maybe
special
we could, like,
versions.
laser engrave the whole receiver
Yeah.
like on an 870 and make it like paisley or
Yeah, do
skulls
something
or
nice.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And call them the Hank editions.
You know, maybe you could make a Hank edition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, limited edition Hank edition.
Yeah, I'll ghettoize it.
Hey, then you'd be just like Kevin Dixie and you'll have your own gun.
I think it's gonna take a lot more to be up there with Kevin Dixie. By the way, go ahead.
And just call yours instead of the truth. Call it the lie.
Exactly. The fabulous lies. Wait a second. What did Al Gore call his? Oh, I'll call mine the inconvenient truth.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, by the way,
I like that.
a video that I did release today from SHOT Show is Argo J has a rifle that he's putting out for his documentary called Black Ops. There's a documentary that I think he wrote already, and he's trying to get the fundings to produce it. So he's working with American Defense Manufacturing. They put together this gun. You could buy the gun, and the proceeds of that go to the documentary, or you could just donate money to the documentary. That video is up on Hank Strange. I released it today. You could go there. You can also see the GoFundMe if you just want to support Argo J. I'm going to try to get him to come on the show here and talk about it. So David Cardinal said, did you go see Craig and Leo at Tops Knives? We did stop by Tops Knives. They're also not far. They're far, like right around the corner from where you're at, Walter.
Yeah.
But when I went over there, they were busy. But I did get some pictures. Let me see. Let me pull up my... and I have some video I'll throw up on social media here as soon as I get a chance from Tops Knives. They had some really good like prototype knives there. Let me see what I could pull up. They had a really nice axe. Hold on, where is it? I got a lot of pictures the last day, so let me go through this. Okay, let's share the phone here. Okay, boom. Let's go to this. Look at that axe, people. No, this is not an axe. It's a knife. This knife kind of looks like a boomerang. So I don't know if you could see this, Walter, but that's a cool knife that they had over there.
I'll see it in a little bit here.
Let's see. Okay, here's the axe. Let me get a good picture of this axe. So here's the axe that they had. High impact prototype. That's a prototype that they have coming out. Let me see what else. I'm gonna try to get them to come on as well here as soon as they can. I'm sure they're doing.
That one is very cougarish looking.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing the circuit. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. That here's basically they were calling this one a sword. So check this out.
That one there, the big like hatchet looking thing?
No. This one that I have up right now, it's kind of it's got a black collar to it. This one they're calling a sword. What's it called? The Kuma Keiji. Either Keiji or Cage or something like that. Kuma Kaji. Basically, they're calling that one a sword. Let's see what else. There were lots of cool knives out there at the show, by the way. Oh, here's a cool cigar cutter that they had. I thought this was nice. Little cigar cutter, pocket knife, G10 handle on it. I think I have a video on that I'll throw up here at some point. And then what was the other one? Oh, they had this crazy blade thing. So let's see. Put this video here for you guys to see. This was like for shaving.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, this looks like a shaving thing. Although I don't think I'm brave enough to shave my own self. But there's obviously other things for this, and this has like a micarta handle, so I'll throw that up as soon as I get a chance. They just had a lot of cool things at Tops Knives. So yes, I did stop by there. I'm gonna try to get those guys to come on the show and show off stuff. What are you eating, Walter, by the way?
It is spaghetti with chili. It's angel hair pasta with chili.
Oh, okay. All right.
My
Okay,
wife
shout
brought
out.
in for me. I'll try not to make too much noise.
Joseph Anthony, I don't know if Joseph Anthony said my wife just filled the house with ganja smoke. All right. Irie. That's all I can say to that one. Hey. You know.
What
if the cap fits, wear it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
If the bong's empty, fill it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yannick Stoner says I bought a big pocket knife cleaver from Colorado. What is that? CO 12 Inc. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Inch. Oh, my Chris that works with us or for me, told me that I think it was Gerber has this like big folding. It's either Gerber or Buck, like big folding, almost like a machete.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like these type of knives, the butterfly, but it doesn't flip open like you do a butterfly.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get. Usually I go through the Buck booth or I'll go through the Gerber booth and take a look. But this time, regardless what Hank Strange says, when I was out on the main floor, I was usually on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when I went over to see Zenith and talk some business, you know, I didn't even get over to Magpul's booth. So,
I did go by Magpul's booth. They've got a new.
Scorpion Mag.
Got a Scorpion Mag, which I saw that. I got pictures of that somewhere. They've got a Scorpion Mag, and they have another 9mm mag that they put out. Let's see, where is that?
That's a drum mag, by the way.
Yeah.
Drum
mag.
Have they came out with an MP5 mag?
You know what? I don't know.
Might not be doable.
They came out with two stocks, like two, like pistol brace stocks. I know they did that. So let me see. I could show that first. Here's one of the pistol brace style stocks that they came out with. There you go, like a blade type of thing.
Oh.
That you can.
I was walking. I know. Magpul got into doing the clothes and all that silliness. But
there was less clothes over there today. Less clothes.
They probably figured out that that's not a wise way to make money.
Yeah.
But there was another company that I just saw, and I can't remember for the life of me. Mm-hmm. And they also started getting into this hipster kind of clothes.
That's in the vein of, is it 5.11?
Well, no, they've always done clothes. That's been their thing from the beginning. But a company that's not a clothing company.
Yeah. By the
DCG,
way,
go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm now throwing up the picture of the other stock that they came out with that is a brace that looks more traditional, but a thin blade kind of thing.
Okay.
Like this was on a 9mm AR type of deal that they have going on here. So there you go. And then the magazines. Let's see. So here's a picture. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to throw up this picture. Here's a picture of the Scorpion one here.
The braces are getting really silly.
Everyone's doing a brace. So that's just a thing now. Let me go backwards here. So there's the Scorpion with the magazine on it. This Scorpion obviously is modified.
DCG44S was asking, is Zenith going to have more 5.56 guns? Right now, and I got this right from the CEO of the company, which I have a good relationship with, they have no guns. So the guns that they got in after shot last year were all, I think they were all MP5s or Ks, one or the other.
Okay.
And they were all spoken for immediately. They all went away.
Okay.
They're just having problems. MKS, I think it's MKS. The ones that I think it's MKS. The company that makes all Zenith guns also makes firearms for the Turkish military.
Okay.
And the military has priority. So.
Yeah. By the way, I'm throwing up the regular I'm throwing up the PMAG drum that goes in your AR-15 9mm type AR-15. It's on a slant. I guess that works for the Glock magazines. They kind of go in on a slant, right? They kind of have to go in at that angle a little bit.
I guess.
Yeah. So let me see this. Go ahead.
Okay.
No,
I mean, that looks like if you were to put that in there, the drum itself will be at an angle, not the magazine so much.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, it does. It does kind of go.
Yeah, let me show the picture of it in there. Hold on. Let me go back to the picture of it in there and throw that up and see what it looks like. No, it didn't look so much. I don't know. So here's the picture of it in there. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like it's in there at an angle. So I would think, and that's the same, because I took these all in order. So that's the same thing. It's at an angle, but when it goes, it's not a drastic angle, but when it's in there, it looks like it fits in there. So, I'll go back here to where I had it in the gun. So no, it doesn't look like it's angled there. So it's coming out of the gun. Okay, so there's some questions and things like that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, Joseph Anthony says, I'm kind of curious how it works if your wife or significant other smokes weed, but you don't, if it would affect your gun right. Good question. We'll have to get someone to answer that. I would not put any of that on paperwork if I was you. So, okay, let's see what goes on here. C. Bert Tolfo says, Walter, if the BATF says your SHTF upper needs serialization, does that mean your single shot lower is now an accessory?
No. And it has a different serial number. It always had a serial number, but since they made it work on an AR-15, no.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that to change.
Yeah.
Even though the lawyers asked about that. Yeah. Only way that would happen is if I made the lower not work on an AR-15.
Yeah. By the way, go ahead. No, go on.
And I could do that, but I just don't. I just don't feel. And then I'd have to get it, and then again, I'd have to send it in for another approval letter thing, or I don't know. I just don't feel like messing with it. So
I still think you should fight all that. That's my personal thing. I think you should fight that.
We'll see.
We've got like 114 people watching the show live right now. Shout outs to everyone out there. Please smash the thumbs ups. This way you get to see Walter eating his angel food, hair pasta, whatever that is.
This is worth it.
Flying Rich says it's ramen noodles.
It ain't no ramen. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. It could be ramen because I just happen to have here, and I think you're going to get a kick out of this.
Look at that. What is that, for the apocalypse?
That's what you get when you go to the Sam's Club and you buy ramen.
Why did you buy all this ramen at Sam's Club?
Because every once in a while I'll have some, and then my son Spencer eats it.
Oh, okay. I mean, so, I'm not trying.
And the reason it's in my space is because it won't fit in the kitchen space.
Oh.
So all the overflow ends up in my space.
Yeah, I understand. I understand how that works.
Yeah.
Not that you have to explain.
Well, I'm just
why you're consuming ramen. But so, I get it. People like
Richard
to taste.
Hughes, this is angel hair pasta. That's not ramen.
Yeah. And you've also got on a Century. Can we all see your Century Arms T-shirt that you're bragging on over here? What is your?
By the way, on the front it says Century Arms. I'm not getting paid to do this.
762.
I'll show you this one.
54R. Okay.
And my son has claimed this extra one I have.
All right.
So that's the front. Mm-hmm. And then what's so popular now on
Kaboom.
Disney?
Yep. This is the way. Century Arms.
That's a PSL on the back.
Yeah, obviously from The Mandalorian.
Yes. And then, okay, can we talk patches?
Yeah, you want to get into talking about swag? By the
Are
way,
we ready to do that or?
Oh, we could do that here in a second. We'll do that. I know you're showing
Okay.
off a little bit of swag right now. Let's get to some questions people are asking. David Cardinal wants to know if we made it to Geisley. I didn't get over there to Geisley this time around. Someone fill me
I
in on what Geisley came out with.
I went by, but I didn't.
Did they have
Geisley,
anything new?
the Geisley booth is always surrounded by people.
They always
People
have
check.
cool giveaways and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I mean the swag hounds are always. That's what I was going to talk about patches a little bit, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always a crowd around their booth.
We'll get to swag here soon. Like we're moving into the 8 o'clock hour. Like I said, everyone out there, smash the thumbs ups. We appreciate it. We're talking SHOT Show. Kermit Loves Bacon says, Hank, did you make it to the STI and CZ Wesson booth? So, let's see. STI, no. CZ, no. Smith & Wesson, no. I walked through the booths. I didn't really know what they really had out that was.
I circled Smith and Wesson to find what they had for Gemtech, and once again they have a little 10 by 10 section of the Smith and Wesson space for Gemtech, which is sad. Gemtech is suppressors for those who don't know, and they used to be right around. They used to be right where YHM is now. I think they used to be Gemtech there, and that place used to be jammed with people all the time.
YHM.
Now they got one guy standing there, like a kiosk. Kind of sad.
Yeah. I did stop by YHM booth. They had some new stuff that came out. I guess they've got a 9mm, a couple of different variations on a 9mm suppressor out, and they've got different parts and guns and a whole things like that. So I stopped by there to talk to them about that.
Yep. What else? What are we talking about? Questions.
George Anderson says, been following for some time, jumped in and did not want a thumbs up till I was finished. You got the thumbs up, bro, and I'll be back to tune in. Pretty good show with good content. Thank you. Appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Oh, before we left to go to the show, though, speaking of T-shirts, we were speaking of T-shirts. Me and Hank both got our banana clip T-shirts.
Oh, did I bring? Oh, I forgot to bring mine. Where's yours?
I forgot to bring mine. Give me a moment, and I'll go get it. Can you handle this by yourself?
Yes, absolutely. I'll try not to burn down the entire show.
Don't be trying to get my spaghetti over here.
Oh yeah, you're safe. Your spaghetti is safe, Walter. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's get some other comments. Let's see. Kevin Sneed says it's like the Luger or MP18 snail drum, I think. So there you go. Motorboater says gun rights are individual rights, in my honest opinion. Let's see. I'm just going through. And Joseph Anthony says, I wanted the Century Arms Mosin crate shirt, but it's out of print now in my size. Someone wants to know if Florida is going to wind up like Virginia, which is worse right now. I think that it will if people don't start paying attention to what the hell is going on with you. Keep track of your politicians and what they're up to and the laws that these guys are trying to put in. There you go. Boom.
I don't wear white T-shirts very often anymore because they get dirty so fast. But especially at work, that's impossible. But
yeah, Brownells Art, A-R-T, little T.
So I don't know how long they're gonna make this, or was it a limited thing? I don't know.
You know what the thing is? That's I would not even wear that. Looks like I would just frame it up maybe as some art. Let's see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't wear white because white's just, it's an invitation for stains. But
yeah. By the way, good turnout. Rockstar 611 was saying, so is Florida going to end up like Virginia, which is worse right now. Good turnout there in Virginia for the rallies that happened. I know I saw Eric from IV 8888. He was out there. Then he took a red eye into SHOT Show. It turned out well. There was no incidents or anything like that. I'm sure the media feels terrible about that. But all very peaceful, very clean. Everyone picked up their own. Man, these gun guys are like sweet little angels. Yes, they are.
Hootie hoo is in the chat there.
Oh, shout out to Hootie Hoo. So yeah, listen, I think we just really all have to pay attention to what's going on. Still horrible things happening in Virginia. I don't know if any of that's going to be able to be turned around. Ultimately, we need to vote before we really do wind up having to boogaloo, or Captain Boogaloo, as Walter puts it. I don't want to see things go that way. But you have to keep an eye on these guys. You know, even when you're sleeping, you got to keep a weather eye on politicians. Republicans just as much as Democrats.
They all take the money, just like, you know, they're all looking for that to get those extra shekels. So
yeah, Flying Rich wants 10 millimeter talk.
There isn't any.
Yeah, there was. I didn't really. And he wants to know if I'm getting the Ruger 5.7 T&E. I don't know. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone at Ruger. Walter, you're buying one, right?
I'll just buy it. You know.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna do that.
That's how we're gonna do it. Like
yeah, exactly. That's how it goes down.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of buying things, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I got the call. I think I did. I got the call from the CMP before we left for one of the 1911s. I haven't received it yet, but so I'm getting one of those surplus 1911s.
Yep. Also, you bought the folding Glock, the new folding Glock from Full Conceal, the cheaper version.
Oh, wait, change what you just said.
What?
It is not a folding Glock.
Yes, it's a folding Full Conceal. I don't know.
There's no Glock in it.
Yeah, there's no Glock in it, so it's therefore more affordable.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had a special going on at SHOT Show, so
yeah.
So I went ahead and so let the hate flow. The hate is strong with you.
Yeah, Walter's getting one of those now. Yeah, you guys are gonna see that video. We'll compare it to the one I have.
Through your hate, bring me your hate.
And people don't realize that before I got that thing and did stuff with the Full Conceal guys, I actually, when I was at SHOT Show and everyone was like, go take a look at this folding Glock, I went there, I looked at it, then I went and got Walter and brought him back and had him look at it. Yeah. I was like, hey, Walt, do you think this is going to work or whatever? So you've always kind of been on board. You just didn't want to spend that much money on it.
No, I didn't want to spend $800 on it, no.
Yeah.
So instead, I spent $400 and I think either $435 or $450, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, there was a special. There was a special SHOT Show price.
Yep. I'm gonna try to find that receipt. I got a receipt for it somewhere here.
Yeah. Mr. Hootie Hoo is out there, like I said, or Hootie Hoo. Ashley at Gunstreamer says, had to step out for a sec. Don't know if it had been talked about, but the AR-style shotguns, got to say it took a sec to get used to shotgun with a sight bigger than the bead, but they're pretty cool, so she liked those. And Hootie Hoo says he was in Florida today, but I never heard from him. He didn't reach out to me.
Oh, Flying Rich asked me if I'm getting a Browning bag for it. Not that I know of, Rich.
Yeah.
But I could get a nondescript container for it that would not make anybody look at it or look at it strangely.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Brian Quick says folding Glocks are ugly. I'm going to scroll way back because I skipped over a bunch of people asking. Someone said, did I see the Mossberg 940 JM? I was at the Mossberg booth on Range Day, Media Day, and I saw them, but I really, I didn't get into those. I got into the MC2, which is the newer version of the MC1, so they made a bigger gun.
Is that the other one, the shotgun? The long
the 940. I think it's a shotgun, yeah.
Long mag tube shotgun?
Yeah. Chris McKillop wants to know if the Bren 2 guns in other colors, if that's coming. And let's see. Yannick Stoner says, give Hanks your thumbs up. Boss Hog says, I want a Hank Strange patch. You mean like this?
Oh,
these are the Hank Strange broadcasting patches that are out there. Now, let's see.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Just hold your horses.
Oh, Walter has one. What? I did give some of these to people at SHOT Show. Lola says she's going to be giving out some. I think she's going to be giving it out to some folks that support us on Patreon to start with, because we have limited numbers of these. So she's going to give out to some folks that support us on Patreon. We'll do some other things. You might want to get up on the Hank Strange email list, which you can get through hankstrange.com. Go there. There's an email list. Get up on that. Even when we give away the 500 bullets for the 500th show, anything that we give away from now on, since I have that up and running once again on hankstrange.com, you're going to have to go there and be on our email list. So, and we have swag and all that kind of stuff that we're going to do some things with in the next coming weeks. Camp David says, no ATF Defiant swag, please. What does that mean? We can't complain about the ATF like in a swag, in a patch. Look at this one, Walter.
I can't. I'm seeing blue.
Oh, here, I gotta show it specially to you.
Good. Is there yellow?
I gotta show it specially to, huh?
Oh, I see. Okay, ATF.
It looks like a little anime chick with an ATF hat on, and
I didn't see that one. Where'd you get that one from?
Oh, it's a special patch.
Let me show you. Let me see. Are we talking patches now?
Yeah, I think we're in swag. We're in the swag section. We're in the swag section. Hold on, I'm gonna show some swag. Hold on. Here was the swag of the swag of SHOT Show. Ultimate swag, you know Baby Yoda.
You know what? Somebody was selling one of those on eBay.
For how much?
Things for $250.
Lola, who did I get the Baby Yoda patch from? I forgot. It was very cool. Gun guy that I saw at Media Day that makes these kind of things. I'm going to try to get him on the show.
He was being hunted down, by the way.
Yeah. Lola knows who this is.
Explain. You think gun people are rabid? Mm-hmm. No, you haven't seen
the patch dudes.
The patch traders, the patch hounds.
Yeah.
Are rabid. They hunt people down at. Well, yeah. Okay. I got to hunt one person down, and it was worth the hunt. I think.
So that I think was for this patch. You're talking about the shit show patch.
Yeah. Can I show who I got that?
Which we had to pay for. Oh yeah, because now you're obsessed. Make sure Peggy's not in the room before you start showing off.
All right. Let's do this.
How you were over at SHOT Show giving away money to...
I'll block her badge with my finger so nobody can read that.
I don't think anyone's worried about that. I don't think SHOT Show's trying to track anyone down. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, that's the young lady that made the shit show patches.
Right. Okay.
And the photo doesn't do her justice. She was a better looking person, but...
she must be, since you were giving her all your money.
But
thanks anyway for this patch, which is basically Rick from Rick and Morty giving the double thumbs up. And it says shit show. This patch cost $20.
And she sold a bunch of them too.
Yeah, Walter, let's see. Here's another one. Here's what's the name of this guy again? Deadpool?
Deadpool.
There's a Deadpool patch. That's a cool one.
Unfortunately, most of my patches are at the shop right now.
Marvin the Martian patch.
I got that one.
That was a hot one at the show. Here's a hot one at the show. The SHF metal patch. One of the few
that we cut with the laser. We etched.
Weirdly, there's no Hank Strange on it. Didn't have Hank Strange on it. Oh man, that's terrible. I mean, Hank Strange gets no love from SHF. Someone was asking me about the. This one is from Chris. The Chris Vector patch. Chris Vector came out with a 22, by the way. Very cool. Chris Vector out there. So this patch is weird. It says "Let's build a big igloo." SHOT Show 2020. Basically, that's code for Boogaloo for the Boogaloo, I guess. Let's build a big igloo.
Oh, I just remembered another cool gun that I found at the show. But we'll continue with
I'm going through here. The Brownells stash was hot at the show.
Yes. Plus, I got a new Brownells flag too.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Yeah, you didn't get one of those?
No. There's a new Brownells flag.
It was at the. They were sitting around at the event, the Brownells gathering there.
Oh no, I didn't see that. No, I didn't get one of those. No.
Yeah, it's not new. It's just their logo kind of thing.
Oh, cool. A Walther.
Oh, that's
A
cool. I didn't
Walther
get one of
patch.
those. You didn't get me some of those?
I went to, like I said, I'm going to talk about this later here. I went to their event where they announced the custom thing, and that's where they were giving those away. So, you know.
No, you didn't get me.
No, I didn't get you one. Sorry.
Okay.
No, how horrible of me. Fort Scott patch right there.
Oh, you didn't get me one of those either, did you?
No.
No.
I'll try.
You didn't even get me the free ones.
Check this out.
I got one of those.
Yeah, around on the pole.
Yep, pole dancing bullet.
Pole dancing bullet. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. I don't know. I'm going through. Oh, these were cool. These were cool at the show. These are the SHF. There you go. The Trump pig. The Trump. Boar. The Trump rat is not out yet.
Nope, it's in development.
Yeah. Okay, what you got, Walt? What patches do you have?
I said I don't have them here. They're all at the shop.
Oh, you don't have your patches. Okay, I have the best swag from SHOT Show. Beskar Steel. There you go.
I'm going to make some of that.
Beskar Steel. There you go. Boom. This is from Gearhead Works. SHOT Show 2020. I've scratched it up. I've damaged my Beskar. Thought it was supposed to be laser proof. So there you go.
Flying Rich was asking me, are you now double BOP? No, I'm just BOP.
Yeah.
Bureau of Propaganda. No double.
Yeah, David Cardinal wants to know if I got to hold the Walther Q4 SF. Yeah, I shot those at Media Day. That video, I believe, is already up. So just look on Hank Strange, you'll see it. They are suppressing our videos over on YouTube, so I don't know what to say. But if you go to the channel and look for it, you'll see all those are up there. So,
Sibir Tuffalo. Yes, I did see the Ruger AC556 folding stock made by Samson. I talked to those guys. Yeah. So yes, I'm going to get one myself. I don't have a stainless Mini 14, but I'm going to put it on the old school blued one. So
yeah, Brian Quick declared himself chief firearms aesthetic analyst, I guess, earlier in the show. He says he declared the Sig P210 carry as the prettiest pistol exhibited at SHOT Show. Okay.
The P210 has good styling. Yep. Old school.
Okay. Yep. Let's see.
Let's talk a little bit about the people who collect patches.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the people who collect swag.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I guess I haven't seen it, but Chris has been going on different. There's a Facebook page which just SHOT Show patches. And some of these whore dogs have grabbed piles of the same patch.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason they grab them because they're gonna sell it.
Yeah.
Or try to sell it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, come on, do you have to grab a whole handful of patches? I guess I know they're sitting out there and they're free, but
Yeah, we don't. If we get multiple patches, we get them to give away. Which, like I said, we will be giving away stuff to people. So Lola's working on putting all that together and doing it. But yeah, listen, that's just some people's hustle, man. Can't knock the hustle. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Your hoe chose me, son.
But the player can ruin the game for everybody else eventually. Mm-hmm. So just remember that,
You don't know about your hoe chose me, right? You don't know about that.
No, I know ho cho mo. I don't know any of that stuff.
That's from Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Okay.
Very, very significant documentary from the philosopher Ice-T.
Okay. That's probably why I don't know about it. I know who Ice-T is, but I don't know
Rockstar 6111 says your Beskar is missing the Empire logo. #fake.
And you don't want
it has okay. So listen, it doesn't have the Empire logo. If you look at it very carefully, it has the Gearhead Works logo instead of the Empire. Yeah, it doesn't have that, or it doesn't have But so it's got. So I guess Gearhead Works is the Empire. So that's the.
I'll have to fire up the laser and make some Beskar.
Yeah. You're going to have to now because the challenge has been dropped. And I did check out Gearhead Works. They had a bunch of cool guns in their booth. There's a video on that. I carry my revolver in single action. It says, Hank, did you check out Suppressed Keltec 2000, the CQB? Yes, I did.
I looked at it.
Yep. That video is on YouTube's also. But I also have another video that I'm going to throw up here, and I could just here. I'll put this here so you guys could take a look at it. So this is Andrew from Keltec. This is like some slow-mo I took of him folding and unfolding the gun. So if you notice right there in the center in front of the rear sight post, there is a little tab there that goes in. And that's what locks everything together. Let me see if I could scrub through this really.
Hey, Richard,
really fast
the patch parasites get badges from friends who have booths like I do.
Yeah.
And that's how they get in the show. So, but they're not all that way where they grab handfuls. We had a lot of people. We had a little patch wall set up, and we see the same guys back and forth. And my daughter's trading patches with them, and they're talking. It was a way to bring people into the booth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it works. So that's fun.
Yeah. Seabird Tuffalo wants to know if fights broke out from people tripping over swag carts.
No fights that I know.
Yeah. Len Holt says sounds like Beanie Baby syndrome, and DCG44 says grabbing swag by the handful is low class.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, no, I could have grabbed a handful of Ghanaian chocolate, but I only grabbed one bar. And then I got ridiculed for that by Hank Strange. So
yeah, you got some Ghanaian chocolate. You didn't share it with me.
I got to see where that's at. I lost track of that bar.
Yeah. Oh.
That is like that Beskar, that Ghanaian chocolate.
Yeah, it could be melted at this point.
Well.
Night Train says that Keltec is nice. Can I trade my Gen 2 Sub 2000 for it? I don't know. Yeah, you got to ask your store. I think you've got a special order those, by the way. So it's going to be around $1,000, and you have to get your SOT to order that from Keltec when it comes out. It's not out yet. I dropped by Keltec's booth right at the end of the show. They told me that they were actually surprised at the positive reaction that they got from people about the CQB or integrally suppressed. There's someone who has been talking about integrally suppressed guns for a little while here. Some genius, some very handsome, intelligent, suave, and debonair fellow, I think has been talking to you about that for a while, right, Walter?
Come on, some more adjectives. Come on.
Might I say sexy and intrepid. Yeah, so they were kind of surprised that people were into that. So Rocky Mountain Bear says Ghana is famous for its cocoa and gold. Yes, also coffee. And Lola is from Ghana. So she's all of those things. She's coffee, she's cocoa, and she's gold.
There you go.
Boom.
Yeah. Here I am. I'm out there walking, mind my own business. Mm-hmm. And I walk past the Rio booth, which Rio is shotgun ammo and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're like putting out the swag that they're trying to get rid of it, I think. Because there was a variety of different things out there. Mm-hmm. And I stop, and I see the lady put out chocolate bars. I said, can I have one? She goes, sure. Now, I could have probably grabbed milk chocolate, but I grabbed the dark chocolate because, I like the dark chocolate. Mm-hmm. And
really? You like the dark chocolate, huh?
I knew this was going to go that
way. You're like your dad. Your dad likes that dark chocolate also. All right, okay.
You couldn't resist, could you?
I couldn't, no. Not at all. Go ahead. Tell us about your love of dark chocolate.
So I grabbed the bar of chocolate and I went about my ways. So I was on my way to the High Point booth, actually, to meet Hank and Lola.
Right.
Because they sent me out a message, High Point. So I busted a move up to the High Point booth, and then I had to flaunt it right in their face. And he's like, "Why didn't you get me any?"
Come on, Ghanaian chocolate, man. Yeah.
It'll be my first, actually. I think I've never had it.
Oh, really? You never had any Ghanaian chocolate, huh?
Nope.
You poor guy.
of any kind. We'll just leave it at that.
Once you go get in chocolate, you never go back.
You're never going back there.
Oh boy. Okay. Lola's complaining now.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yeah. Okay. Someone said, Motorboater says $1,000 Caltech. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, $1,000 plus $200 tax stamp too. Don't forget that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a tax stamp. Listen, I think that's not a horrible price considering that there's a suppressor that comes along with it.
It's a custom thing. Yeah. I mean, if you want it, you'll pay it. Then you don't bitch about it.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
Flying Rich was high point 10 millimeter. Not in the pistol, no.
Yeah.
We were looking at the Yeet cannon.
Yes, we did look at the Yeet cannon. I threw up a video on IG and other social media. Let me see. I could probably throw that up here for you all. I sped up the.
David Cardinal, like your women, like your coffee, short, strong, and very black.
Okay, that just about sums it up. Okay, so check it out. I'm rolling in video of the Yeet cannon that I threw up on social media. I'll probably this is from about a 2-minute clip that I cut down into a minute, but I'll probably throw that 2 minutes up on YouTube or something for the folks who don't have any kind of social media, although YouTube is a social media, but whatever.
What else?
Yeah. But yeah, we did get a look at the upcoming Yeet cannon. They're almost done. They won't tell us when it's going to be done. I think it's going to be around $200 though.
I'll probably get one just to. I mean, what can it you know?
Yeah, there was a lot of hate out there, so it's going to be ready for you to put a light on there. It's going to be optic ready as well. You could put an optic on there.
Put a can on it.
You could put a can on it, exactly. You know, and yeah, there's hate out there for it. But look, if you can't afford, guns are getting more and more affordable, right? We were talking about PSA coming out with a $300 Glock clone, $350 Glock clone, tacticalized. But if you can't afford that, you know, I mean, get what you can afford. So
yeah.
You know, I'd probably get one. Does that mean that's going to be my go-to carry gun? No, probably not. So
it'll be fun gun.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I come back home and there was 2,000 rounds of 9mm waiting for me.
Yeah. Sapper Hog 25 says, loved your coverage of PSA's new blasters. I don't know if you got a chance to see all of that, Walt, all the different stuff they're coming out with. You went there. You were at the booth.
I went there. I saw it, yeah. I've seen most of your stuff.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
No, it's cool. Plus, hot off the presses, they're working on an SVD.
A SVD. Explain that to me.
SVD is the Russian sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
Dragunov.
That's what I was thinking. Dragon. That's what. Okay.
That's the real one. Not
the real
PSL,
one.
Not an AK with stretched out.
Yeah. So from you, is that 2 swings up? Swing.
Swing. That's double swing. And a couple extra swing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. So listen, PSA is planning on nobody else being in the gun business except them.
If they do that right and they don't stray off course and try to modernize it, you know, putting Picatinny rail all over the place and all these and keep it, they'll sell a shitload of them. Mm-hmm. And being PSA, they'll probably keep the price down. Yeah, they'll sell a bunch. Now I'm sure they'll probably do a pick rail covered one at some point, probably too, because you know. Mm-hmm. And they're doing. Flying Rich wants to know in what caliber. 7.62 by 54 is the only caliber for an SV. They'll probably do it in 308 also.
Yeah. They're adding chrome barrels. They're doing they've got
hammer forged barrels.
Yeah, an FN barrel, which actual FN stamp on it. They got a bunch of cool AKs. They're gonna come out with a crank at some point here, and 5.45. They're gonna be doing some 5.45 stuff.
That is cool. I don't like the stupid brace on the back of it, but because that's just me. But that needs to have a real triangle folder.
Yeah. Sapper Hog 25 says really like the PS9 dagger and the Jackal. The Jackal's game changer. Game changer.
That's cool. That's cool.
That is going to I don't know, man. That's going to compete with the what's this 180 thing that Barnauls came out with?
BRN 180.
The BRN 180. It's going to compete with the MCX, is it, from SIG?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on right there.
SVD and 50 cal.
Yeah.
Unique Stoner says, nah, I don't see that happening.
And 50?
No.
So yeah, man, they're coming out with some good stuff. The PSA 5 or their MP5 clone. I sat down with the guy who's actually building it. So Derek from what's the name of his? He's I can't believe I forgot the name of the. He makes some really cool guns, like some high-end guns, under the umbrella of PSA. Right. And he's going to be developing. He's going to be developing that MP5 clone.
Right.
And is very confident it's coming out in 2020.
Okay. So, well, that's cool.
Yeah. So I think PSA is going to crush everyone in 2020. So.
Well, if they can just keep up with things, that's the thing with making all this different stuff.
Yeah. But they have a lot of different people working on it over there. That's why I split up those videos, because there was actually different people working on different things, and we had those guys come in. If you haven't seen it, you need to go to Hank Strange and check out all the videos that we have up there. I do notice that YouTube is trying to suppress those videos that are out there, so take a look at it. But yeah, the Jackal, very cool. I'm getting one of those.
Yeah. The Glock Mag Lower was received by those who saw it. It was received well. So that's our Glock Mag Lower for the Street Bog.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got to get to work on that.
PSA's got a lot of cool stuff they're working on. So
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Once Walter has come up with, because those are the prototypes that we were looking at from the Hank adapter. And that's what we're calling it. Make sure when you call in there to order it from Walter, you call it the Hank adapter. That will get you a discount.
First thing, don't call in anything now, because it's not available.
Lead Star. Rich is reminding me that Derek is from Lead Star. Yeah, Lead Star. Cool lightweight guns that they make,
Secondly, it's probably going to be towards summer before that is available, just because of all the parts that have to be made for it. Yeah, so don't be calling asking for it now. Just be patient, Grasshopper, and
just attention. Go on social media and tell Walter that you are very interested in the Hank adapter for the Strybog.
Okay, yeah, use that special word, Hank adapter.
Yeah, Hank adapter. That's how Walter's going to know what you're talking about.
The Hank adapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody else in the whole world will. But
yeah. Sick and Insane wants to know, did I go to the Fold AR booth? I'm not sure.
Fold AR?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And Florida Gun says he would rather spend $2,799 Walter bucks for the Sig Rattler. Really? Because that Jekyll from PSA is going to be $700.
Yeah. So, that's for an upper. No, that's not the whole.
No, that's for the complete thing. It basically
that's a whole rifle for $700.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It basically uses an AR lower, by the way. Did you know that?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm in.
I'm all over that.
Is that going to be in 223, or are they going to play the 300 blackout?
The first one's going to be 300 blackout, and then they're going to go to some other calibers, and eventually they're going to come up with lower caliber, like 9mm versions.
Oh, I don't care about that. And there's nothing wrong with 300 blackout, but it's kind of the redhead stepchild. So
300 blackout is great for suppression and stuff like that. I don't know what
I get it. No, it's cool.
Yeah, it's very popular. That's what I have sitting right next to my bed, man. My house gun, my house rifle, 300 blackout suppressed integrally.
I guess I'm. I have a rattler. I have a SIG rattler. Somebody's mentioned that about the rattler. It's in 300 blackout. You know the reason why my SIG rattler doesn't get shot very much?
Why?
Because it's in 300 blackout.
What does that mean? This 300 blackout is readily available.
I have 300 blackout.
Go to Fort Scott and use the code Hank10.
I probably have
get 10% off some really good 300 blackout from my bros at Fort Scott.
I guess part of the reason why I haven't been using it that much is I need to put a can on it. So.
Yes, you need to put a can on it. Yeah.
Put a can on it, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I have a real.
Sounds like a Beyonce song. Okay, go ahead.
Put a can on it, bitch.
Yeah, if you liked it, then you should have put a can on it.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch,
Yeah.
Bitch.
All the single ladies. Okay.
Put a can on it, bitch.
Yeah. So someone's asking price. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Rocky Mountain Bear, if you're asking price, the Jekyll is going to be, I think it's like 700. Someone said, did you see? Go ahead. What?
I don't know if PSA is sticking to their $1,000 thing on their MP5 knockoff. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
we'll see. They're not saying right now.
Yeah,
but
they're not saying. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably hear about that when they get closer to actual production, because what Derek said from Leadstar, he said that they have to figure out, if there's going to be any parts sourced, what's that going to cost, etc. What is it going to cost to make everything for it?
Right.
But he did have a prototype that did not look like a printed thing, that looked like actually milled out parts and everything. So that thing's happening. I feel very confident you're going to see it in 2020. Can't tell you exactly when, but it's coming out. Someone asked about the Logo alien pistol. Did you see that? Because I didn't.
I saw a picture of it, and I saw that it's $5,000, and I was like, That's all I need to see, because I ain't getting it.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys the hold on, let me find some of this video here where I was looking at the custom pistols from Walther. Let me roll that in. I'll probably throw this up on social media sometime. I don't know if I'm doing it. Oh, let me show you this though before I do that. Hold on. Let me get a good picture here. So, I think they came out with it. They came out with a longer barrel. I'm trying to remember. Was this like 6-inch barrel for the Kimber pistol? What? Do you like the Kimber at all? 357.
Which Kimber?
The Kimber revolver.
Oh, the one that we were talking about the other day. The one that's kind of modern looking.
Yeah. It's got a longer barrel version on that, so that's coming out. I just stopped by there and took pictures of it. Let's see, where is the
we stopped by the Knights Armament booth, and I walk up to the guy and I said, what's new at Knights Armament? Any new guns? No. They had some new mounts and stuff, scope mounts and stuff like that, but no.
Knights Armament does a lot of government stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of their main things. They're always working on selling the AR-10 platform to different people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Okay, hold on. I've got to edit this video and flip it over in the right way because it's not oriented properly. Okay, boom. Okay, so I'm going to throw up this video right now in the Walther booth. Look at these custom. Basically, these are the Q5s, but customized in different finishes. They're just really beautiful. I think these are going for around somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000, Walter. But they have some really, really nice custom Q5s that they're making in the custom shop, and they're doing engraving and all that kind of stuff nowadays. Let me see if I could scroll through here. Look at this. This has a lot of scroll work on it. I can't remember the names of anything. I think one was called the Black Diamond. So look at this one. See Q5 match SF with all this very intricate scroll work, and it looks like a wood grips and everything on there. So some really high end guns that they're coming out with from Walther. I just wanted to share that before we go on. Oh, one other thing I wanted to put in here. So the guys from Fort Scott Munitions, they have this thing called the pack and load, and I want to show you guys how that all works. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put it up here. Basically, the pack and load comes preloaded with 30 rounds of 5.56. I'm showing the video now. You put it over, you take it out of the packaging, you put it over your PMag or what have you. You put it on there, and then as you're going to see my hand go up here to the top of this, you can just basically push this thing down, and it just very quickly is going to load all those 30 rounds into your magazine. This is slow motion for a video that I'm doing, but just like that, boom, you got 30 rounds loaded in. So this comes pre-packed with Fort Scott Munitions 5.56. You preload it, and then you can reuse this device. So you can stack this device that when you need to refill a magazine, it's good to go. I don't know if you're seeing any of this, but I thought it was really cool, and I'm going to throw that up for folks. You all out there can let me know what you think about that. And it's going to be $18 for that. So $18 comes with 30 rounds. You can very quickly load your magazine up, and then you can reuse that thing. So what do you think, Walt?
I guess it's cool.
Yeah. It's called the pack. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
What's the one thing you hate doing? Loading magazines.
Loading your magazines.
Oh, you just hate loading it for me, huh?
I actually got a really cool Glock mag loader that I believe is in the containers coming back. We'll have to.
Yeah. Florida Gun says slow motion makes it look so much cooler. Flying Rich says cool.
No, I like it. I like it at normal speed.
The Range says very cool. Do you want to see it at normal speed? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I want to hear the.
Oh my God.
The noise.
Okay, when I post the video, you'll see it.
Okay.
I'll tag you in that.
That's like shooting machine guns in slow motion. Oh, that is. If I wanted to shoot in slow motion, have it semi-auto.
Yeah, but look, just the time it takes for you to push that down, zoop, it goes into the.
Oh, there's a lot to be said for that.
It goes into.
It's like you see how.
Oh, you want to see it in real time? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get the video of me doing this. Hold on, I'll throw this up here. I'm probably gonna have to fast forward it a little bit to that sector. What did I do? Hold on. Where is the video? Okay, here we go. Here's the video.
I'm gonna have to watch it on the.
Yeah. So it comes in this packaging, like I'm showing you here. It comes in that packaging. You get your magazine. You put your magazine on top of it there like that, and then you just push everything down and click. It gets loaded, and it's in the magazine. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's how it goes.
Oh, well, hang on a second. There's a Derringer just popped up there.
Oh no, you're gonna see it in a second. Oh yes, that Derringer is from that's from not Cabot Guns, Barnauls.
Oh, okay. And I got another Derringer to talk about too.
Which Derringer is that?
The one over at Ivor Johnson.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I told you about it there, but I guess you didn't get over there. They have a 4-barrel, like a pepper box style Derringer they're coming out with. They got it on their website too.
Oh, that's something like what Standard Manufacturing came out with, right? Remember with their 3S333 or some craziness?
This is just, it's got 4 barrels, stacked up like a normal, and it looks like kind of like a normal Derringer. It fit my hand very easily, so it's small, 22 long rifle. Cool. I'm in. I'm gonna have to get me one. So.
Yeah. I know Bond Arms is coming out with a very thin 9mm Derringer.
Oh, I saw that picture, yeah.
Yeah. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Hold on, let me see. They coming out with a very thin. Let's see here. Where is it? I took some pictures of it here. Yeah, okay, so here it is. I'll throw this up so you can see this picture. So check that out. That's a very thin 9mm there. Very thin for Barnauls. So, boom. There you go.
I'll see it when it pops up there.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, you know what? Lola told me don't forget to talk about the Wynn Hotel thing. So I was going to do an event in the Wynn Hotel, and I guess the Wynn has this policy that if you have a tactical looking backpack, they have to search you. So they try to search me going into the Wynn. And Lola had a backpack on, but it didn't look tactical, I guess. So they didn't want to search her. They have this crazy policy that anyone with a tactical backpack during SHOT Show must be searched. And they literally said it's because you have a black tactical backpack on and it's SHOT Show and you SHOT Show guys have guns. That's what they said to me. So I refused to be searched.
So you didn't go in there?
Yeah. No, I just turned back around and got out of there, you know. Let's see. What other stuff? What other stuff do people want to get into here?
Catholic music leader at Flying Rich Hank was being mocked in Yankee chat.
Yeah, I guess Yankee Marshall and his buddies are back on whatever. They need attention. Those guys need attention. You know, you know,
they're feeling feeling lonely, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they're feeling left out or something like that. I really don't give two shits about them. So
okay. I just saw it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. Those aren't even, as far as I'm concerned, those aren't even real gun guys. They live their life chasing attention and all that kind of stuff, but they're full of shit. They know it. So the only thing they could do is do what they do. You all should think about what they actually deliver to you that's useful, which is nothing. So there you go. Idiots and hypocrites. That's what those guys are, in my personal opinion. And I'm honestly not going to spend a lot of time with them. You have to ask yourself why these guys who think they're so much bigger than me, you know, are so hungry for attention. Because they don't actually do shit. So there you go.
I'm looking at Fox News right now.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up.
Around.
So yeah, I don't know if there's any other questions that folks have about SHOT Show. It was a really busy show. But in some ways, I think that there were less people at SHOT Show. I know Media Day felt like it had less people at it. Even though I was there the whole time, it was, you know, I spent a lot of time talking to different companies and stuff like that. Like things you guys don't ever see in videos. I'm just talking to the companies, trying to find out stuff about how their things work, etc.
Right.
But I found that there were less people there. And then also there were some competing events which might have added to that whole effect of less people being there. So that was interesting. And I think a SHOT Show on the whole, Walter, don't you find that it seemed like there was less people, less exhibitors, even though it was still very busy? Felt like not necessarily. How was like foot traffic and everything for you?
Tuesday was good. Wednesday a little less. Of course, as the week progresses, it always does that. Mm-hmm. Friday was really slow starting, and it was just a lot of people leave on Fridays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it might have been down a little. I mean, I don't know if the SHOT Show people will ever admit that, you know, because they're kind of like the, well, every year the rent for the SHOT Show goes up, it doesn't go down, but they never admit defeat. Mm-hmm.
Well, it seemed like they had more space, and they were trying to convince exhibitors to go over to the annex space that they have, because they built another. Didn't they build another convention right next door?
It's part of Caesars. There's another building, and from the layout that they sent an email to us, and it looks like it's the same footprint almost as the Sands. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're trying to get people to Hey, do you want more space? Hey, it's all new and modern, blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, how do I know if I want more space if I don't know where I'm going to be at, or who my
Mm-hmm.
neighbors are going to be? I have a good relationship with our neighbors. Everybody gets along. Um, I talk to all those guys, and they're like, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
because people will get used to where you're at. So
well,
yeah,
bad. I mean, it used to be before they were permanently in Las Vegas. You never knew where you were going to be at hardly. You,
yeah.
you but um, yeah, no, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
stay where I'm at.
I also noticed in the new products booth, which I always run through. I think there's a couple of different new product showcases, but there's a specific booth that you can run through, and you get to see a bunch of new stuff in there. I noticed there were a lot of empty shelves. Even there was a few rows at the back that were totally empty, and in all of the shelves, they kind of had everything stretched out. I always thought that was expensive to get in there, but then I found out it really wasn't that expensive. But
They
I guess
used to
people didn't want to kick out the money for that.
they used to have the new. I don't know. I didn't know if it did it this year. They used
Mm-hmm.
to have the new products area in a whole separate area, and they
Mm-hmm.
walked in there and that was all new products.
Mm-hmm.
Now they had that stuff along the wall, where people are coming and going, in
Mm-hmm.
the main corridor outside. So I don't know. I don't know if they even have that many of the new products things. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Um, I don't know why I never did it. There was a reason why. I guess maybe because you have to get your stuff there before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. Anyways, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Can't remember. I haven't looked into the new products thing in recent years, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it would make any difference.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Um,
Curious, Night Train. Curious. There was much talk during the SHOT Show about the big pro gun rally in Virginia.
there were
Um,
people. There were people there talking about it.
yeah, I'm sure there were. I mean, it wasn't at the SHOT Show. People are on a different mission, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm sure people were talking about it. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, Listen, I think it was in the news. I think people were paying attention to that. I think there were people talking about it. I think I've got a couple of videos I haven't put out yet. I've got one interview with the owner of Franklin Armory that's coming out where it's a little bit of a different conversation that we had. We really didn't talk that much about the stuff Franklin Armory is making as opposed to the ATF laws that manufacturers have to deal
Yeah.
with, some of the politics and other things surrounding all of that. So I'm going to get to that. It's probably like a 30-minute conversation, but I think it's good. You guys will enjoy that. I also sat on a diversity panel that Marsh Teray put on. There were a bunch of different people. I think Lola and some other people were live casting that when we sat on it. Eric from Rock Veteran was there. Big John from Hickok 45 was there. You had Maj, Kevin Dixie, myself, and Rob Pincus. There were a bunch of different people on there. Chris Chan of Top Shot was on there. Who he's Asian and gay as well. And I also have a separate interview that I did with Chris Chan about a couple of those things, like a short, maybe I don't know, maybe I think I did like 10 or 12 minutes interview with him. He's sitting on the Pink Pistols. So I don't know if you ever heard of that, Walter.
I'm aware of it. Yes.
Yeah, so he's on that. So there were a couple things that we got up to that haven't gotten out there as of yet. I have to actually just edit those things and throw them up there.
Let's see.
So David Cardinal says, I think I saw a new Bullpup 410, but can't remember who made it.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. The ones that are really starting to dominate some of the stuff at the SHOT Show, especially the shotgun area, is all the Turkish-made guns.
Right.
And
Right.
every time you see a bullpup shotgun, 9 times out of 10, it's from Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the small little shockwave type guns.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped at one booth down in the basement there, looking at their stuff, and those guys were based down in Fort Myers or Sarasota or something. They had a whole bunch of those, and the automatic shotguns, the little bitty shockwaves are automatic. That
Mm-hmm.
kind of gets me. That kind of puts a smile on my face. But
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
for a fun gun, they aren't really
Yeah.
practical for much else. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Eli EDC wants to know when Argo J's coming on. He's been on before. We should get him on here pretty soon. I spoke to him today about that. Rocky Mountain Bear says the knife industry is stacked for 2020. A lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, Microtech had some nice stuff that they came out with.
Microtech at the show?
They were. I didn't get to go to their thing, but I saw like Eric had some. Eric threw up some stuff on social media about it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even get to those side halls, the ones on the side.
Yeah, it was impossible. There was too many things going on for me.
The person who was never at his booth, I didn't get to see a lot of stuff. So hint, hint. I was at my booth.
Yeah. James Miller says, Hank, were gun companies any more willing to say they support the 2A as opposed to last year, i.e. Smith & Wesson from last year? I didn't do that. What I did instead of doing that was I sat down with the owner of Franklin Armory, Jay, and we had a conversation about that. Like I said, I'm going to throw that up there. I think that, we had a conversation that you don't see companies having at SHOT Show. I know that you and Jay, Walter, had some conversations that are meant not to be shared necessarily publicly, but I think that there are companies, not just Franklin Armory, but there are companies who are very concerned about what's going on, not just in politics and policies in different states, but what's coming from the ATF. And other things that are going on. So I figured, you know what, let me sit down. Jay said he was available. He was willing to talk about it. And I did that, and I'll have that out. And I think people will probably enjoy it was a good conversation, and I'm not going to take anything out of it. I'm going to put it all up as it came out, as it unfolded.
We talked for a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, I think it would be good if I can get more people to do that. Obviously, Walter comes on this show and talks politics and all that kind of stuff all the time. So that's why I didn't do that with Walter, because Walter has been putting it out there for a while to let you all know where he's coming from. And I figured, like, if I can get someone like Jay to sit down and do it, maybe we'll get other companies, maybe in between now and NRA and stuff like that. Coming on board to talk about this, because at some point, I understand why they don't want to talk about certain kinds of politics, but politics that have directly to do with guns, we have to talk about.
Yeah. DCG44S was asking, was that company by chance Black Aces Tactical with the semi-auto shockwave types? No, not directly, but I'd be willing to bet you 100% that Black Aces Tactical is getting their shotguns they all have from Turkey, because other people have the same guns. So because nobody, was it Remington making a semi-auto small gun? I can't remember, but if it was, it sure won't be the same price as one made in Turkey. I can tell you that. So
okay.
And if you're just getting one of those to play with and have fun with, there's no sense in spending twice the money. So.
Yeah, and while we're talking about, here's something that my brother, who's in this area, sent me. Looks like Delaware House bill would require FFLs for everyone. Delaware House Bill 277 is one of the unintentionally funniest bits of legislation I've seen in a while, thanks to Rep. Valerie Longhurst, the White House Majority Leader, no less. I'm sorry, the House Majority Leader, excuse me.
White House.
Yeah, monumentally poor wording. If passed, every machinist, metal worker, plumber, and construction worker in the Blue Hen State would need a federal firearms license, and that's just one of its problems. As Legiscan describes, Reb. Longhurst's legislative opus, the bill establishes the crimes of possession of an unfinished firearm frame or receiver with no serial number, possession of and manufacturing a covert or undetectable firearm, possession of and manufacturing an untraceable firearm, and manufacturing or distributing a firearm using a three-dimensional printer. This bill also makes it a crime to possess a firearm frame or receiver with a removed, obliterated, or altered serial number.
Oh, time out.
What?
That's already illegal.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's federal law. That's already illegal.
So they say you guys have to check out this article on Truth About Guns. It says, let's run down the list of unintentional comedy. Firearm frame or receiver means the part of the firearm that provides housing for the firearm's internal components and includes the hammer, bolt, or breech block action and firing mechanism. That's poorly phrased. That makes barrels, firearms, ditto, hammers, bolts, and breech blocks in and of themselves. Longhurst probably should have phrased that as internal components to include.
Time out.
Yeah.
There's no mistake there. This is not a mistake. What Longhurst did.
Yeah.
It's all intentional. It's not a mistake.
Yeah, I think
it's not a mistake.
Yeah.
They don't make mistakes to sound like that. They don't know. It's not a mistake.
I think they're just trying to cover everything, and it just comes down to whether or not people are going to let these places get away with it. So Rocky Mountain Bear says, do manufacturers realize that stupid 2A laws affect them too? They can be infuriating. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm sure most do realize that. But a lot of the big ones like Smith & Wesson and Colt, that's corporations. That's big corporations. And they have their, PR people and all this stuff. It doesn't flow out of the mouth like some of us. But, that's... I don't understand it either, just like you guys don't understand it. But you think they would be very aggressive in their ways and be that the NSSF has this campaign now that basically says, don't be ashamed. I guess they feel like gun people are being put in the same kind of thing. I call it like smokers. Smokers were turned into like the underclass,
like the taboo.
Yeah.
The dirty people, the unwashed.
Yeah. Well, don't be like ashamed to be, what you do or what you are. But of course, they got guys walking with shotguns and dogs like they're hunting, and I'm thinking, that's not the ones that are being shamed. It's the ones that shoot everything else that are ones that they're going after. Now.
Yeah, the irony of it like Democrats are really not good people either. You know what I'm saying? I think the people out there, the patriots out there that believe in the Constitution, Second Amendment, etc., are in general good people. But you've got a lot of these people not good people. You got dudes like the governor of Virginia who throws on blackface from time to time, who believes in aborting babies even after they're born, and then they're trying to tell everyone else what's morality.
Oh, I think
what's right or wrong.
That's called murder, isn't it?
I think so. I believe so.
Yeah,
and he's totally down with that.
Well, and of course, as he's more down with it, that's more shekels he gets, more money that he's paid.
Yeah, so, this is the reason why the Democrats didn't poll him. Regardless of what he did,
because they knew that he would do anything he's told to do.
Exactly, 100%.
He's a good little trooper. And he will be compensated. He'll be compensated for his actions. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not. You don't. You can think, oh, you're crazy. Well, I'm not crazy. How do these politicians leave office 10 or 15 times more valuable than when they started?
Yeah. Well, and that's what's happening in a lot of different states when you have Bloomberg's like shoveling out the money at this point,
and Soros and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hidden. That's the thing. And people are so ignorant that they don't see this shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
And I'm not just talking about Republican people or whatever people. These freaking leftists, even these Democrats and stuff, they're just so blind to it. I don't know.
Yeah. Eli EDC, this is the final thing because we're over the 9 o'clock hour here.
Oh, we are. Wow.
Yeah, but Eli EDC says, how about that coronas? How about that coronavirus?
I read the description of the symptoms when I first was feeling real shitty, and I had some of it, but it's getting better as the time goes by here. So I don't think I've got that. But it was when I started shivering and I was freaking shaking and everything because I was like cold. It was like weird. I had never felt.
You were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know in the airport I saw lots of people wearing masks. Did you when you were?
There was somebody sitting on the plane ahead of me. Actually, the guy was from Global Ordnance. But I just read an article about that it doesn't stop anything. Because the masks don't fit. You would have to have a respirator.
It's not airtight.
Right. Correct. So it doesn't stop when you go. It still leaks out. And then when somebody goes like that by you, it can still sneak in. So, it's not. That's a feel good thing, I think, more than anything.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I know it's going to be a massive. We do have. I think it went up to like 4 cases in America, but there's whole cities on lockdown in China, and other places. I think France got up on some of that.
Yeah, one of the I think they stopped this Chinaman when he was either coming into Vegas or one of the places. I guess he was visibly ill or something, and they quarantined his butt. So yeah, I don't know if he actually had it, but they're not gonna. It's not something you want to play with,
Yeah, yeah. What can I say? What can I say? There's, this is the world we live in. We think we have a lot of control over what happens. We have very little. Life is very fragile. We are on a tiny dust, speck of dust spinning in the universe.
You a flea on the universe's ass. That's what you is.
Yeah.
You're less than a flea on the universe's ass.
So all the things people think they can control and have control over, unfortunately, we don't have. We have very little. It's most control is an illusion. And this is one of the things that happens to people. They try to preserve that illusion of control, both on themselves as well as others. And this is how people get in trouble, start doing stupid shit and get themselves, take themselves further down the rabbit hole.
They say this flu's been traced back to a store or market where they sell all kinds of weird meat and stuff, like live animals and there's some of this stuff. I guess it was transferred from animals to humans.
Yeah, how it incubates and then transfers.
Right, but
cross human transfer.
Survey says you don't ever hear of an American flu, do you?
We have flus here.
No. Something that starts from here, one of these weird.
And goes other places.
Yeah, because normally we don't eat wolves and bats and all these
people
other
somewhere are eating wolves.
Heck yeah, that market in China.
That's badassery. You're out there eating wolves.
Yeah, but you don't know how they cook it.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any.
Remember the Chinese think all these animals give them big juju, and make them like superheroes, like Marvel things, and it don't. But that's why they have a problem with rhinos and elephants, because Chinese. So
yeah, Armament and Axis says we're made from the dust of stars. Yes. So, very philosophical. Strange Stargazer ATX says, Hank, just want to say y'all did a great job of SHOT Show. Thank you. I appreciate it. I couldn't get everything, but I know other people got lots of good stuff. So,
oh man, there's some pictures of some of these people's patches that some of these guys got. We got a lot of patches. I'll admit to that. We had a patch board up, but some of these people have.
Yeah,
the patches on there.
The patches
were
crazy.
I didn't even see some of these patches these guys had. So.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says, me likey weird meat. Really, Kathleen Music Lover.
Yeah,
I got your weird meat right here.
cook that weird meat really well before you eat it. Oh, speaking of that, I witnessed something that very few people have ever seen. Hank Strange eating meat, a steak that has kind of red inside.
Yeah, someone was asking about that if I had steak. It was medium rare. I ate it. Yeah.
Sure. He didn't leave one speck on that plate.
Listen, when you take me out to dinner, you took me out to dinner with your lovely sister.
Yeah.
Whom with no kidding, she's awesome. I'm a huge fan. You're lucky I didn't get the champagne. That's what I can say. We went to a very nice Italian restaurant.
And he ate every drop of that meat on that plate.
And thank you. I appreciate that. I did it,
Booned up all the gravy and just going at it, man.
I considered, should I do the fake, like I'm going to pay for the bill? And I was like, no. No, I'm not even, because Walter might catch me out there. I might fake like I'm going to pay that bill. And then Walter might go, yeah, go ahead, son.
You're going to grab it, go for it.
No, that was nice. Did you enjoy your meal? You had the lasagna.
I had lasagna. It was good, but I was, as you noticed, that was the start of the Hmong. So I was kind of running on empty at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Also, that lasagna had pork in it, but I'm not saying.
Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Night Train says Rocky Mountain Oysters.
good.
Rocky Mountain Oysters.
At this little restaurant, what was really good is those little biscuits they had on those little rolls they had on them that were soaked with like
The garlic bread.
garlic butter stuff on them. Ooh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's a nice restaurant. I can't remember the name of it, but very nice Italian restaurant.
Bootleggers,
right, on the outskirts of Vegas.
7,700. Was it south or north? I think it was. 7,700 Las Vegas Boulevard, either north or south. You look it up. Bootleggers.
Yeah,
it's a good restaurant.
Yeah, there you go. So listen, we're gonna close the show. Shout out to your sister. I don't know if we want to put her name out there. You call her. What do you call? You call her Prissy or something like that?
Yeah.
You call her Prissy, but she's awesome. I always enjoy.
She is Prissy, by the way.
Yeah, she is. She is. Yeah.
Before we go, one of my military at my sister's wedding, which you were there, and Prissy was there. One of my military vehicle friends from Florida was hitting on my sister.
Try to kick it. He tried to kick it hard.
Pick her up, and my sister basically said, "Can you get me a bigger diamond ring than this?"
Yeah.
If you can't.
Well, she had a pretty big diamond ring on her finger.
He said, "You can't beat this. Don't talk to me."
Yeah. First of all, I was like mad at that guy. I was like, "How you gonna try to? I'm sitting right here. You're trying to kick it."
So then,
to Walter's sister. What's the deal with that?
At the wedding itself, he found my daughter's husband's sister, and was hitting on her. It was funny.
Poor guy. He's lonely. We should do a marriage connection for him. Kathleen Music Lover wants to know what steak did I have? I had ribeye.
Oh, yeah. It was a good piece of meat he had there.
Yeah, medium rare. Lots of nice fat on it. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. This is it for the shot. We'll talk about this later on in the week. I'm sure Walter will be back 1 or 2 or 3 or all of these days.
Killing me, man.
Yeah, no, I'll give you a couple of days off here. We're gonna have some other cool people coming in, and we're also gonna do some giveaways of swag and all that kind of stuff. Once I get everything organized, you guys need to get up on hankstrange.com. Go sign up for the email list because we're gonna do some things through that. Let me see here. Walter, do you want to tell the folks how they can follow you here on social media?
Yeah, you can do it on Facebook. You can do it on Instagram under Safety Ever Firearms. You can do it over at Gunstreamer, Safety Ever Firearms. You can, we're over on Minds. That's Safety Ever Firearms, all one word. There's actually Dirtfoot Racing. You can check that out on Instagram and on YouTube. I'm going to be posting some new stuff up on YouTube here shortly for that. That's pretty much it, if I forgot something.
Yeah, John Voorhees says if we do a relationship connection, sign him up. Len Holt says next show talk more about the lower level vendors at SHOT Show, which we will do. And by the way, if you're someone out there manufacturing things, let me just say this before we get out of here, before I hit the button here on this. If you're someone out there manufacturing cool gun stuff and all that, you can get in touch with us. We'll let you come on here. We don't like charge people to come on here and talk about their stuff or anything like that. We have people like Walter and Walther and other folks out there like Franklin Armory that help support us to actually do this show. But we have people come on all the time and show their stuff. Yeah. So if you didn't get exposure at SHOT Show, or you couldn't even make it out to SHOT Show, but you make cool stuff, get in touch with us.
Yeah.
And we'll have you
definitely.
On. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm always game to see new stuff.
Yeah, we totally believe in that. We've done it already in the past, and we'll continue to do that. Yeah. That's why we kick asses over here. Okay, Flying Rich says, don't forget Mower Death. Let me drop the end on everyone here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up or ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. Make sure you check out hankstrange.com. Sign up for the email list. That's where you need to go. When we give away things from Walter, anyone else that we do, you're gonna have to be signed up on the email list. That's just how it goes from now on. The apocalypse is nigh upon us. No kidding. Walter, any last words?
Be civil. See you guys.
Yeah. Be good to each other. We love you guys. We'll see you. We're out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.